Hello everybody, I'm Adam Bilsing and this is Dirty Bandana Music. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the fourth installment of a series I've been doing concerning the topic of polyrhythms. Very popular one for us drummers. If you'd like to go back and catch up on all the previous episodes, check out the description below for some links. And we've also got some free practice material available for download on my website at dirtybandana.com. That is linked as well. We're going to be working through that today, and like I said, totally free to download. You can also send a donation if you'd like to. It always helps. It's about time to be buying some more microphones around here, and those things can get expensive. So today, polyrhythms number 4. We're going to be talking about 2/5 and 5/2. I'm really excited about this stuff because we're finally into quintuplets, which is my favorite thing to talk about. So we're going to use the same methodology we used in the previous episodes to break this idea down and get it under our hands here. So once you've got that practice material downloaded, let's check out number 1 on the first page. And we're going to start out with all quarter notes in the right hand in 4/4 time, and we're going to put quintuplets in the left hand. And this is going to be a little tricky if you've never played 5s before. So do whatever you need to do to get 5s into your head. It's kind of strange at first, but you'll get it. Put things up with a click track, or even better, put a click track in 5/4 time with an accent on the downbeat and put it up at a fast tempo and play along with that. That'll get the pulse of 5 into your brain quicker than just about anything else. So back to exercise number 1. We're gonna do what we've been doing, and in this case, we're gonna be accenting every other note in the left hand on the snare drum, which is in 5s. So I haven't played this yet today. Let's see if my hands are working. This is what it's gonna sound like. Now that's the idea. And if you start listening to the accented notes, you can hear how the feel is going to appear when we take away all of the in-between notes and we're truly left with 2/5. So that's what it's going to sound like. We're on to number 2. This is how it sounds when you've got 2/5. Now you might notice the cheat to how you count this is that the second note of the 2 and the 2/5 figure is actually going to appear on the and of 3 and the 5. So if you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1. That's where you're going to get the 2 in your right hand. So that's exercises number 1 and 2. Of course, the next thing that we do is flip it. So in exercise 3, we're going to put the 5s in the right hand and the quarter notes in the left hand. So it's going to sound like this. And then move on to exercise 4. Take out the in-between notes. Now you're starting to get the feel. You're starting to be able to tell that the 2 is actually a constant. It's a little tough to figure this out when you have to slow things down to learn them, but once you speed it up, the polyrhythm is going to sort of just appear. Like if we play it even faster, it'll sound like this. And you can start to hear the quarter note a little better when it's up to speed. So just like before, in order to really get this all locked in, we're going to go back and forth between these 2 different versions of it. So we're switching the 5s and the 2s between your right hand and your left hand. So we'll start with all the quarter notes in the right hand and the 5s in the left hand and switch back and forth. Should sound something like this. Now that's everything in 4/4 time, thinking about it all from that angle. You can of course switch this whole idea around and think about it all from 5/4 time, which is a little different. So that'll be page 2 of the exercises. If we start with number 6, you're gonna have 5 notes in your right hand, and we're gonna play all the 8th notes in the left hand, but only accent every 5th note, which is gonna sound a little weird, but here's how it goes. And then we remove all of the unaccented notes, and it should bring us to a real slow 5/2. That would be exercise 7 from page 2. Now we're gonna flip the whole thing over for exercise 8. So we've got all the 8th notes in the right hand, accenting every 5th note. And we've got the quarter notes back in our left hand, still in 5/4 time. Then again, you take all of the unaccented notes out of your right hand, and we should be left with 2/5. Sounds pretty simple at a slow tempo. Let's see if we can speed it up. Sounds a little more like a groove. Now, just like before, to really nail this down, we're gonna wanna switch back and forth and see how that feels. So let's start with 5 in the right hand, all the quarter notes, then we'll go back and forth. So that's it, 2/5 and 5/2, basically every way you can come at it. Now once you've got that all under your hands, the next thing to do is move it into your feet. Like I've said before, it may be a little difficult to do the versions in your feet where all of the notes are crammed in there. So once you've got the polyrhythm in your head, try to go ahead and skip forward to like exercise 2 and 4 and 7 and 9 out of these, and play it without the in-between notes. So let's go right for number 5 on page 1, and your feet should sound something like this. And the same thing if we go over to number 10, and your feet should sound like this. And there we go. I hope this gives you a good intro to 2/5 and 5/2. It's kind of one of my favorite polyrhythms. I've been really getting into these quintuplets for the past couple of years. Stay tuned, the next one is gonna get even trickier. We're gonna try to pull out 4/5 and 5/4. It's gonna be a similar methodology to what we did today, just sort of one trip further down the rabbit hole. So like and subscribe if you wanna make sure you don't miss any of that stuff. And stay tuned for more. You can also catch all the details to everything I'm up to, including free downloadable practice exercises, over on my website at dirtybandana.com. That's it for now. We'll see y'all next time.